Hello everyone, welcome to D3 Lab. Today we are going to discuss about the input variables inside a form component. Let's get started with it. So, first of all, I'm inside a card content which is inside a grid layout which I have already told in my earlier video that it's a responsive which can change its spaces among the apps, the mobile views, the tablet views, and the desktop views. So, first of all, to make a form, we need a form layout. Okay, so let's add some form layout. Right now, the padding is there. I have added 20 into the padding, so let's make it 3% into the padding. Let's save it. Now, I'm going into the form. This is a label, as I've already told you, this is just a comment. So this is, I'm saying it, login form. Okay. Uh, the background, the text color, and the color, let's make it what we already have inside it. Inside the form, we have just one. This is list view. You should be aware that you must add only one list view inside a form. There must not be more than one list view inside a form. Okay. This is not a dynamic list. We will tell you more about, we will be discussing more about dynamic list later on. So let's make it inset. We may need some hairlines into it. So no hairlines in between, but some hairlines after. You will see, you can experiment more with these things. This is the tablet insert. So whenever, if it's a tablet, it will insert itself, it will add some padding around itself, but if it's not, it will not, if this insert is off. So let's go here, few of the things, but right now we need item content to make some input elements inside a form. Item content has the input elements. We can add more than one item contents. Each item content will have only one input. So suppose we need to add two item content, then we need to we if we need two inputs, then we have to drag and drop two item content. But I am just deleting one so that we could just copy one item content into the another, so we don't have to do all of the things again. This is, let's say it's the password username. Is this input? Yes, this is an input type. Okay, we will be discussing more about dynamic links and the links later on. Now the item inner has the input variables. The item inner will have two things: the form input wrap and the title. We need these two things for the title, the item title, and the form input. Okay, so let's add some. First, the item title. This item title will tell you about the title. So let's put some title into it. User name. Now if I want to use some uh, floating name, the item floating name, then we can use this item floating name. This is very good, pretty good into a material design UI. We will see it later. Now if I want to add some icons into it, then you can add some icons into it. Also you can add some toggle or the checkboxes inside of the item title, but right now we don't need them. I'm adding a form input wrap into it. Now the form input wrap will have these things: the input, the file input, the text area, the select, the uh, range slider, and the link button. Now the input will have the input content. Inside an input, we can have types of password, username, password, name, date. We can have any kind of type inside it, like this. Even week, or you can tell the users what kind of a this is. So I am setting it as text. Now I am also using it as label as username. It's just for commenting to know that this is the an input that is represented as username. Okay, I'm just saving this app. That's it. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, here we go. We have a username with a material design floating title with username. You can know more about these things by clicking on the static item content, the info button over here. So coming back to the form so that we could just copy that and can make our spaces. First of all, we must note that we have to copy it into the D349, this one. Okay, so I am copying this into D349. Here we go. I'm copying this list view into the D349. Okay, sorry, we must not copy the list view. We must have only one list view at a time inside a form. So I'm deleting this. We can have more than one item content in order to make more than one items into it. So I'm copying it into D350. Okay, just copied it. And here we go. Now I'm going to edit the name of username into password. This was just a comment. Now I am changing it to password. Now we also need to change the type of input into password. Also changing the comment. Let me tell you a few more things about these extra input. This is the file input. Whenever we want to input a file, just drag this and we can have some files upon our server. We will tell you more about the servers later on. This is a text area. Suppose you want to have a larger amount of area, then you can have this text area. The select will have the drop down menu, so that you can get a drop down menu using the select. This select uh, will have an option in element inside it, and that option will be selected upon inside that inside that drop down. This is the range slider. You can slide the range and get the value upon this. And this is a link button. If you want to do some action, perform some actions using button or the link, then you can use that. We will tell you a detailed information about the link button in our later videos. So let's deploy this app. Okay, here we go. We have a username. Type it, my name. Okay, and so I am typing this. This is a type of password. That's it for this video. I hope you really enjoyed it. We'll see you in the next video. Thank you and have a nice day.